Oh, not that mouth, man.
I am a victim of a hate crime.
So in Nipton, Frank and I also make some of the Spiegelworld props. These ones are specifically the little tiny broad trees that go in the ski lodge at the Cosmopolitan right next to Super Frico. So what this is a lamp base that we use this epoxy dough that we mix together and we tint it brown so that way if it ever gets scratched it stays brown. And this stuff is really cool. So this is the soft stuff and this is the hard stuff. So you can't bend it, you can't break it, drop it, it's fine. So this gets really hard. So then we form it all up and down this, and then we'll stick the little branches in there, and then after it all cures, we'll put a little snowy base at the bottom, and then hang all our teeny tiny bras that we make on top of it. And I bet y'all are wondering, how do we get such great bark texture? And it is super, super technical. I take a piece of aluminum foil, crinkle it up, and then make it into a little accordion shape, and I literally just stamp in all of the bark texture, and it gives it all that cool grain. So after it cures, I'll add a little bit of shadow paint onto it, and you'll be amazed how great these look. So we're finally to the step of we painted the base and we painted the little top here, and we are finally to the step of where we're putting the itty bitty bras that we make on the tree, which I just think is so cute. So we just kind of like eyeball it and go, you know what, bra goes here, and stick it on, and then I will come back and I'll glue them on, because everyone who comes to the restaurant decides they need to steal our teeny tiny bras. Little tiny underwear thieves coming in and stealing our itty bitty bras. Last step, and then these are ready to go. And look, how cute is that? They're so cute. I love these little things.
Got it. 100%.
Oh God. So it feels like we've been here before, but Frank and I are on our way to LA to pick up some more fish. Hey Frank, where are we going?
We are going to pick up some fish for the pond.
This time we're picking up largemouth bass to kind of help control the bluegill population, which has kind of gotten ridiculous in the past, like, what, 6 months. So we're gonna fix this with more fish, because more fish always fixes the problem.
Do some business with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
This song reminds me of Nipton.
We fixed Nipton one piece at a time.
One piece at a time.
Every day
Especially the plumbing.
we always have PVC and glue on hand in Nipton.
Using that road vibrato. The road vibrato. No, Frank, you can't have that one.
Okay. What are we doing, Alex? We're gonna go get them fish?
Gotta go get them fish. Day 2 on our fish scapade.
Yeah.
And man, do we have a great view. Look at that ocean. California knows how to party. It just always keeps popping up everywhere. Mollison Boulevard.
Everything's on fire. Everyone's driving slow.
Says we're gonna get back to Nipton close to 9 p.m. So this one's fun. We are avoiding a traffic jam on the main 15, so we're actually traveling right alongside the historic Route 66. I mean, I feel like this traffic would go faster if they'd open Route 66 right back up, but you know, we'll take what we can take. But it's fun. We're just looking for Radiator Springs. It's bound to be here somewhere.
Aren't you?
Oh, look, a train. That's new and different for us. We shall get home roughly by December. This hill is on fire. Actually, the fire's way back there, but this is where the smoke is. Holy bejesus, Batman. That is a toasty hill. We are definitely going to have air circulating inside because I'm allergic to smoke, and that looks like a bad time. Goodness.
Also, folks, just a public service announcement. If you're pulling a trailer, make sure to cross-hook your chains. And if you're worried about them dangling too low to cause sparks, just give them a little twist and then connect it.
Did you just see that happening?
Because I see it happening all the time. People let their chains just dangle and sparking. Cheatgrass is nothing to play around with.
Right.
And being as dry as we are in the desert, keep your chains tight.
Yeah.
Or tighter.
Oh, looks like we're headed into Mordor.
Yeah.
Okay, don't mind that it's a little mucky right there. See the ones with the stripe down the side? That's our bass. These little guys with the stripes. Those are our new bass.
Because you know I'm all about that.
Bass! You can't have the koi.
Because you know I'm...
So we just got back to Nipton, and glorious be to us, the back of the toilet is not filling up with water, so Frank and I get to do plumbing, our favorite thing.
You know, if I had to say that it's going to be a good week, I'd say it might be in the cards, but so far we're off to a royal flush.
Step one of plumbing is always turn the water off. Who would have thought? And also this will test us too, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove that hose and see if there's water going to the hose. If not, we know the problem's in the toilet. This assembly tends to break a lot, so.
Because it's all made of plastic.
Right? If they use steel like normal people, I'm kidding.
All right, I'm gonna test the valve.
Okay.
That thing's getting tons of water.
Well, that's fantastic news. That means the problem's in the toilet, which is much easier than in the wall, which would suck.
Yeah.
So we have determined that it is this assembly has some sort of clog or break going on, so we're going to replace that. Do you want the instructions?
No.
Okay. Old assembly's off. What's really important in this process is making sure your phone hand stays clean and you got a dirty hand to put the glove on. So.
Brother,
You know, it's times like these that I really appreciate. When I was 18 and fresh out of high school, just started college, I had a job as maintenance and engineering at the old Red Lion in Winnemucca, Nevada. So, thanks for teaching me, guys.
What's kind of fun about jobs like this in our life is that you realize how easy a lot of these repairs are, especially when it takes an hour for a plumber to come out here. It's best to just have things like this toilet assembly, which we already had. Wow! So that way, the second the toilet stops flushing, we can fix it. I mean, it's been, what, 8 minutes, and that included going to get the assembly. I recommend everyone have a Frank with them too, because, you know, it's just better that way, frankly. Sorry if the phone is shaking. I have had so much coffee this morning.
You're practically vibrating. So, like, we don't vibrate,
We don't vibrate, right?
I love it. You know what I love about that
What?
franchise?
Yes.
It has a large underground following.
It sure does.
All right.
Do you need the C-wrench?
No. Those are hand tight.
Okay, cool.
Or as your brother would say, the car mechanic would say, good and tight.
Good and tight.
Alright, make sure this thing's good and tight. I don't want to get hosed on this job.
No, that's not the water we want spraying with you. I know it's clean water, but still, like, ugh, toilet stuff. Ew.
Let's see.
Alright. Look at that action!
Proper plumbing is important.
We figured out before that this was just barely leaking. Like if you would have left it for an hour, it would have filled up. But that's the action you want. So that fills up. This is a float, which tells the water when to stop. And then when you flush, this lifts this flap up here, which then flushes all the water down, and it uses it by gravity. Once the bowl fills up with enough water, it sends it down the S curve of the toilet, sending it down, and it fills it back up with water so you don't get any stinky, stinky smell.
Just flush it and go with the flow.
Good job, Frank.
Yeah, you too.
That's a big piece of wood. All right, I actually have to do stuff now, so I'm gonna... We bought a town in the desert and we're gonna fix it up.
Using tractors and bulldozers, yeah, we're cleaning up stuff.
If you want to learn to build stuff, you want to join the ride, then grab yourself a shovel and
don't forget to subscribe to Circus Town.